Hey, real talk. Do you remember when you were a little kid and you had these big dreams about all the incredible things that you were gonna do, full of hope, full of enthusiasm and excitement and passion for something that you dreamt of? Something that, when someone asked you when you were a little kid, what are you gonna be someday? Like, I feel like everybody growing up, at least in my generation, that was the big question that we were asked in school and at home and by anybody who was older who wanted to encourage us to go for it and to do big things. They would ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I remember there was like a lot of these ideas that people would give you, things that adults would suggest: a doctor, an athlete, a fireman, a superstar. Like, do you remember playing the game Life growing up? I remember these were like the options of all the things that you could choose that you would want to be, or you would like hope to pick that card. Like, oh, I hope I get the superstar card. Oh, I hope I get, the good paying job. I want the one that pays $100,000, Oh, I want the big house. I want to make sure that it's the one that is this really nice one, or whatever. And then you pick the thing, right? You set your heart on that thing. I don't know if you're like me, then you probably got really excited about something that you chose that you wanted to do someday, and that brought you a ton of hope and excitement. And you planned, you made big plans. I remember, oh my gosh, even when I was having my sweet 16, when I turned 16 years old, before I had my birthday, I planned everything to a T. I planned it so much that I think I actually overplanned. Like, legitimately, I spent months planning all these exciting ideas that I wanted to do. And I planned and thought about it so much that by the time that it came around, I was still tweaking it and perfecting it and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And months went by, and I said, oh, I'll celebrate it later. Months continued to go by. To this day, my 16th birthday, my sweet 16, is like the thing that I never actually celebrated because I over-perfected it. True story. I literally remember planning it out and talking about how amazing it was gonna be. And I am a big birthday person. Like, I love celebrating my birthday. I've celebrated every single birthday and tried to go all out every year, every chance that I get. But that was the only one that I can recall for my entire life that I didn't actually really go all out for. And it's because I over-planned and I perfected it so much that it never actually happened. And I think sometimes this is also what happens with these big dreams and big goals that we set, because we get in our own way. We say, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, it has to be better before I can actually start. I have to be in the most fit shape of my life before I can run the marathon. Or I have to be in, a certain position financially before I can take the next step in whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like, there's so much pressure that we put on ourselves to do the right thing and to be in a certain perfect scenario before we allow ourselves to take the next step in something that we really desperately want for our lives. If you're like me, you've dreamt of something big your whole life. You know that you're meant for something huge, right? You don't want to settle for mediocre. You don't want to just go to a job every day for your entire life. You know that you are made for something special and that you have skills and talents and gifts that you were given, and you want to utilize those and help the world and help people with what you know and what you're capable of. But then the day-to-day things bog us down, and we see other people and we start to compare ourselves and we think, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, there's somebody else who's better at doing that. I should just let them do that. Or we think, oh, it's too expensive. I could never afford to pursue that because of X, Y, Z, how much it costs. Or, oh, it takes too much time to do that and I don't have the time. If time is your problem, I want to start with highlighting that you are 100% in charge of your time. Your priorities are then the thing that needs to come next. And that is hard to hear. I know it's hard to hear because you are busy. I know you're busy. If you're watching this, you're like me and you're doing a lot of things. You like saying yes to things. You like being the person that people can come to, that they can depend on, and you're good at what you do. But at the end of the day, if you're saying yes to everything, you are also saying no to some things. So the bigger question is, what are you saying no to? If you're saying yes to going out with friends on a Friday night, are you saying no to opening a door to pursuing your passion? Sorry, I feel like this is getting really deep. I am not like reading off a script or anything. I'm just literally speaking from the heart right now. If you're making plans and you're doing something just because you feel like you should be doing it, is it worth it? If you have to give up something that you have longed for your entire life? For me personally, that big dream was utilizing my voice, sharing my voice with the world. And I knew from early on in my life that that was going to be really big for me. For me, my voice, I felt like I had a gift from God in that I actually am a singer. And in addition to that, I've always felt like I was able to inspire people and connect very naturally and be able to talk to people on a level where I feel like we're having a conversation, and I tend to open up and want to connect on a deeper level, especially whenever I'm talking to somebody one-on-one. Like, I feel like it's really important to be able to engage in that way. And I don't know if that's something that everybody has, and I'm sure your skills are different than mine, you know, but for me, my voice is what I knew I was always supposed to use, whether it was for singing or inspiration or motivation. Those are the things that I always knew I was going to use my voice for. And so here I am, finally pursuing it and sharing my voice and trying to help others in the process, and also making music on the side. I will share more of that with you soon. But this is about the journey that I'm on and the journey that you're on too. Because if you feel similarly like you're made for more and you have a skill or a talent that you've been putting down, then now is the time to start utilizing it and start being true to you and to your goals, because time is continuing to go by. And I feel like my whole life, I always had this optimism and this hope that yes, someday I will pursue what my ultimate dream life is. And someday I will make that move and start becoming the woman and the person I'm supposed to be, and I'll be the most incredible singer and motivational speaker, and I'll release tons of albums and tons of motivational speech videos, and I'll speak for thousands of people at big conferences and events, and I'll sing for thousands of people at big events, which now I have sang in front of thousands at sporting events. I do national anthems, and I have produced my own album. I am a singer-songwriter. I played a ton of instruments through the keyboard and was able to create my own music. And to this day, I'm still writing music and singing and performing, and also creating content because I feel so aligned with this. And all of that while still trying to live the crazy busy life of being a mom of 3 of these sweet babies who I'm so lucky and thankful to be a mom to, and also working full time and trying to provide for my family while trying to also be the best person and the best wife and the best friend and the best daughter and sister and things that I can be in life. It's a lot. It is a lot. And that's what I want you to understand is you need to cut yourself some slack. It's okay. You are where you are because you have a lot going on, but also it's okay to realize that you can still pivot. It is not too late to take a look at what you have going on. And like I said before, look at your schedule and ask yourself, if you were to look at your calendar right now, can you clearly tell what your priorities are? Your priorities are the things that you're spending the most time doing. So if you're a busy mom, if you're a working mom, maybe your calendar looks a little bit like mine. I've got a big chunk every single day for work. Of course, 40 hours a week takes up a lot of time. And then a bunch of chunks from my family because, I have every single morning routine, getting my twins ready for school and my baby and helping them all eat healthy and trying to be a great mom. And then of course in the evenings, trying to prep dinner for my family and then cleaning the house and then trying to have a social life and trying to stay fit and trying to pursue your passions. I get it. There's not much space in your calendar for the things that you want to pursue. So that's why you have to carve out time. And the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is believe that you're actually capable of achieving what it is. Because no matter what you do with your calendar, if you don't actually believe that you're capable of achieving what it is that you want to achieve, then it's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to show up for that thing that you want to achieve. You're not going to show up for the workout that you put yourself into, that you signed up for, if you don't think that you're capable of doing it. And it's the same thing with goals that you have in life. If you have something that you want to pursue, like you want to be a famous singer someday, or you want to create content, or you want to be, I don't know, what, a supermodel, you want to be a rocket scientist, you want to go back to school and get a PhD, like whatever it is that you want to do, it's not too late. You just have to decide that you actually want it and that you're capable. During the time that I went to college, I actually started out as a music major. My first year at college, I went to a highly accredited school and I had a scholarship for singing opera, actually. I had a classical opera scholarship. Can you imagine? And I was singing classical opera and Italian, and then I was doing all these amazing things. And then I let it get to me that I started to see other people who were highly talented coming out of college with that degree, and they weren't doing what they wanted to do. Maybe they were teaching at best, but they weren't going out and performing. And I let it get to me that I saw just a couple of people that this happened to. Not everyone. I do know plenty of people who came out of musical performance school and now are performing and making money doing what they love. But I saw a couple people that weren't doing that, and I let it get to me thinking, I won't be able to do that, or it won't get me anywhere, maybe I should go into something else. And so then I changed my major and I ended up going into marketing after college, which is the best thing that I could have done, because I told myself, if I go into marketing, then I'll learn how to market myself as a singer, and then I can make it that way, right? So I pivoted in a good sense. I pivoted because I thought, okay, this is gonna help me in the best way possible. I still had the belief in myself, but somewhere along the way, like I said, inch by inch, one little bit by bit, there were little things. Like I said, it started out with seeing people who went to school for it, who were highly talented, but they weren't utilizing their skills after college, right? And then it started out with working in corporate and seeing other people be kind of miserable in corporate, and then thinking, is that normal? What? And I started to think to myself, maybe that's the path that is supposed to be normal. Maybe this big dream that I've had my whole life was unrealistic. It's so easy to get stuck in what people think is normal. Just because people act like being miserable in a job is normal does not mean it should be normal. It is not normal to go to a job every day that does not fill your cup. You should enjoy what you do with your life, because we only have one life, and you are so gifted and talented with the things that you're capable of, that if you're not believing in yourself and pursuing it, then what are any of us doing, right? All this to say that I feel like I've gone through the motions of at one point completely giving up on my dreams, to then looping back around and realizing, no, I can do this. I am capable of doing this. I absolutely am capable of doing this. And in fact, right now, there has never been a better time to be able to do this. To be able to pursue my passion as a creator, as a singer, as someone who wants to speak up and share my voice. And what a better way to be able to do that than to be able to create content and to be able to record my music with all these incredible tools that are available. I don't even have to go to a professional studio anymore. I can record myself at home. I can just utilize a couple of different types of software and actually do things on my own without having to spend thousands of dollars in things to invest. All you have to do is simply believe that I'm capable of it and make time for myself and put it into my calendar and show up and hold myself accountable when I say that I'm going to do it. Like right now, I made time to record this video, and I just had this thought in my mind that I had to share this, because if I've been dealing with this, if I've been struggling with going back and forth on my dreams and feeling hopeless and then feeling passionate and on fire again and knowing that it is possible and that you can choose to turn it back on, you can choose to pursue your dreams again, then maybe somebody else, maybe you're experiencing this too. And if you've made it this far in the video, then I know that you have it in you to pursue your dreams. I know that you do. Oh my gosh, I'm like gonna get emotional. Like legitimately, if you're still listening right now, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you're dedicated. You are capable, and you know you are. You know in your heart that you absolutely have what it takes to go the distance of your big dreams. Like, you want this dream for a reason. This was put in your heart for a reason. And you are made for something extraordinary. So go out and start doing it. Turn off this video and go take that first step, whatever it is. One step in the right direction, and then keep doing it again. Keep doing whatever the next step is. You don't have to have the whole plan mapped out right now, but just take one step at a time. Do one today, then do one tomorrow. Set the 5-minute rule. Do 5 minutes each day. I mean, even just the littlest increments can help you move forward. 30 minutes a day if you can. Maybe once a week, just set a dedicated hour to whatever it is and go all out during that time. Set a timer and show up for yourself like a meeting. Put it in your calendar and say, I am busy from 9 to 10 o'clock that day. That's my pursuing my goals and my dreams time, okay? Put it on your calendar right now. Get out your calendar, write it down. You can do this. You just have to decide that you can do this, okay? Let me know in the comments what it is so I can help hold you accountable as well. I am cheering for you. You know I am. And let's do this together. Let's build something incredible together. Let's do something amazing with our lives, okay? Thank you for being here. Again, I appreciate you so much for being here, and I hope that this was valuable for you. I really do hope that me sharing this and being vulnerable with you about stuff that is happening that's really real, I hope that this makes an impact for you too. And I hope that you do believe that you are capable, because you are. Okay. If you want to see another good video while I go cry, you can watch this video next. Thanks for being here. You got this.